Hello folks, I have your latest home prices and insights for Vaughan and Richmond Hill for week ending March 3rd. My name is Santo Sessa with Remax Premier. We're here every week with the latest updates, so please subscribe below, hit the bell button so you're reminded when these videos come up, and share them with everybody. Thank you. Let's have a look here. Okay, so I'm talking about Vaughan Detached only. My chart has everything broken down by week here. So for week ending March 3rd, sales are up from where they were the previous week. We sold 74 detached homes in Vaughan. 11 of those homes were sold at $2 million or more. And 11, if we go back, I have about 8 months or so of data on here. 11 is I mean, there's a 14 here, but and there's a 12 there, but in another 11. But 11 is a pretty good week as far as selling luxury homes in Vaughan. But average sold price has come down. We're sitting at just under 1.6 for the average detached home in Vaughan, the average sold price. And if we go back just a few weeks, we were a little bit over 1.7 million, and now we're just under 1.6 million. So in a few weeks, average sold price has come right down. Now, does that mean your home is worth less? Not worth less, sorry, worth a little bit less than what it was a few weeks ago? That's not what it means. It's just a composition of which homes are being sold this week versus the previous week. But if that keeps going on over the course of several weeks, then we could start to see a trend. And we have seen average sold price for detached home over several months. Prices have been going up. This has to continue to come down for it to kind of get to where it was before. Compared to last year, we are sitting at 19% higher than what the average price was the same time, the same week last year. Looking at sales, well, 74 of those sales is last year at this time we sold only 57. So sales are continuously higher than what they were last year. The orange, that's the 2021 sales, and blue is for last year. Now, of those 74, 78% sold at list price or more. So if you're in the market, I'm a realtor, I'm in the market every day. If you're in the market and you're looking to buy and you're looking to sell, you're seeing a lot of action out there right now. A lot of multiple offers, a lot of people paying over asking price, lots of people competing to buy the right house. We listed 128 detached properties last week, which is way higher. And for the last few weeks, we're listing way more detached homes than we were listing last year at the same time. Months of inventory is sitting at 0.9. Now, months of inventory is kind of the relationship between supply and demand. Anything below 4 months of inventory is a seller's market. Well, we're sitting at 0.9, less than 1 month of inventory out there. That's why there's so much competition out there. The sellers are very much in charge. Frankly, it's a little bit surprising that for the last few weeks, average sold price has been coming down, but it's still relatively high. Months of inventory is sitting really low. So either in the next few weeks, month of inventory is going to come up and average sold price is going to come down, or months of inventory is going to stay low and price is going to kind of go up the other way. Looking at Richmond Hill, also average sold price has come down a little bit. The average detached home in Richmond Hill sold for $1,681,000 last week. Sales also dropped a little bit from the previous week to 37. And 7 detached homes in Richmond Hill sold for $2 million or more. We're still sitting about 8% higher than where we were last year at this time. But we've got some crazy percentages here, though. The previous week we're 21% higher and 24% higher. Overall, detached properties in Vaughan and Richmond Hill are way more expensive than what they were this time last year. I know you can't put a number on way more, but they're way more. When we look at sales, well, we've sold much less this week at 37 than what we sold last year this time at 60. But of those 37, 81% sold at list price or more. So if you're looking to buy a detached property in Richmond Hill expect to be competing. Be prepared that you and other people are going to want the same house. That's just a norm, and you need to prepare for that. When we look at listings, we're very, very close to where we were last year. Now, on the last few weeks, we've been listing more. We listed more this week than we did last year, but it's only by 4, so it's basically about the same. And months of inventory jumped up to 1.8. Now, 1.8 is still very much a seller's market. Anything below 4 months is a seller's market. But when I say jumped up, well, we've been sitting at 1.1, so to go up to 1.8 is like, wow, it really jumped up. And we are going to see the aftermath of this over the next few weeks. Will prices come down, or will months of inventory come down and then prices go up again? So we'll see what happens there. Looking at condos. Condos have rebound everywhere. Looking at Vaughan, sales jumped up to 35 last week. 35 is the highest week of sales we have going back 8 months. So 35 condos were sold in Vaughan. Average sold price jumped up to $646,000, and that's a very strong week compared to the last 8 months that I have on the board here. Compared to last year, we are 5% higher than we were last year's average sold price. And you know, when you kind of look back just for this year, for 2021, average sold price goes up, goes down compared to last year. But I think so far, if we really average it out, the overall trend is going to be we're either where we were last year or just slightly higher. I think the numbers would show. When we look at sales compared to last year, we're selling more than, for this week, we're selling more than what we've sold last week. And 46% of those sold at list price or more. So there's some competition going on with the Vaughan condos. Listings slightly more than what we were listing last year. Months of inventory, oops, I kind of made a mistake here. I should have purpled that out so you could see it, but we're sitting at 0.7 months of inventory. Extremely low when it comes to Vaughan condos, and from 1.4, 1.4, 1.3 to 0.7, it's cut in half, and that helps to explain why prices are going up. There's less inventory, there's more competition, it forces prices up. Sellers are in charge. Okay, looking at Richmond Hill condos. Sales stayed the same from 1 week to the next. We sold 20 condos in Richmond Hill. Now 20 is a very good week overall. It's not the best week, but it's amongst the higher weeks that we've done. Average sold price came down a little bit to $580,000. It's down about $19,000 from where it was before. But $580,000 is also kind of, it's all, you know, each week it goes up, down, and 580 is kind of sitting into where the prices are so far for this year, and it's higher than anything we've seen over the last 8 months. Compared to last year, average sold price is 3% higher than where we were last year this time. Sales, of the 20, half, 55% sold at list price or more. So there's some competition, some not, about half you're competing on. Listings, a little bit less, and they've been less a few weeks now in a row than what we've been listing last year. So sales are about the same or more, and listings are a bit less. Inventory is getting a bit tight. You could see that, and you kind of see it here with months of inventory. We're sitting at 0.4 months of inventory. Average sold price should be going up, and over the next few weeks, I imagine if this doesn't change, we're going to see average sold price going up, because there's just not a lot to choose from. People want to buy, and they're going to compete. And the sellers are in charge, so it's going to force prices up. I got one last slide to show you. This is just for fun. I have on the board behind me here detached prices for Vaughan, average sold prices, the yearly average going back 20 years. So in the year 2000, the average detached home in Vaughan sold for $349,000. So let's say $350,000. Can you imagine $350,000 for a detached home in Vaughan? That was the average yearly price. And they say that every 10 years price doubles. So if we go to 2010 over here, well, 350 double would be 700,000. So not quite, sitting at 635. So it's close, but not quite double. Well, if we go 635 and we double it, because that's in 2010, to get to 2020, that's 12, that's 70, it's 1,270,000 is what it should be. Well, it's more than double, because for last year, the average sold price of a detached home in Vaughan was over 1,400,000. So it didn't quite double in this 10-year slot, but going from 2010 to 2020, it more than doubled. I want to put this on as just something to think about. Wow, can you imagine when, and it's only 20 years ago. It's not like we're talking 100 years ago. 20 years ago is not that long ago. And imagine somebody bought a family home here at 300, 400, 500,000, and now it's worth 1.4 million. That's the power of real estate. Anyways, my name is Santo Sessa with 3 Max Premier. If I could help you with anything, please call, ask questions, comment below. We're happy to answer your questions. Have an awesome day. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.